everyone, it's Nina. Thanks for joining me today for a new tutorial, and I have an interactive card design to share with you today featuring the Concord and 9th O-Snap stamp and coordinating die set. I have the stamp and die set here for you, and I'm going to show you how to turn this adorable Polaroid into a fun slider card that reveals a picture. I'm going to start by stamping the images, the Polaroid camera, and the Polaroid photograph onto some Nina white cardstock with Simon Says Stamp Intense Black ink. For the coloring of my camera, I'm not worried about creating something that's overly detailed with the shading. I really just want a camera that is bright colored, and in this case, I'm coloring 3 different cameras, each a different color. So I chose blue for the example that I'm showing you here, and you can just see I'm coloring each section of the camera slightly different shades. And I picked out a few different colored blue markers with this. The coordinating dies cut out the camera, and I also have the coordinating die for the Polaroid picture. To create my slider, I'm going to cut out the window of the Polaroid photograph with the coordinating little window die. Then, once that is die cut, I can put a little bit of adhesive on the back side of this Polaroid and lay this over top of an actual photograph that I already had printed out. These cards I am creating for some very special people in my life, and I wanted to be able to have the Polaroid camera reveal a snapshot of me with the people that I'm creating these cards for. Now, this Polaroid image has little tabs on the back side. We're going to slip this Polaroid into the slot that the camera has from the coordinating die, and that is going to be the area which the Polaroid slides in and out of. Now, to keep it from sliding all the way out, there are little tabs to hold it in place. And as I adhere this down onto some patterned paper, I'm making sure to keep my adhesive out of the way of the Polaroid photograph, so that way it can easily slide in and out of the camera, but it never fully comes out because of the tabs holding it in place. I'm adding a little bit of decoration to my camera by using a die cut that I created from the coordinating O-Snap die set. There are sentiments in the stamp set, but I wanted to use something a little bit more custom, so I pulled out some sentiment strips from Simon Says Stamp, and I used a couple different styles. Finally, I'm attaching my panels of colored pattern paper onto my card bases. However, I wanted a slight bit of dimension on my cards. So I'm taking a few pieces of scrap white cardstock and I'm adhering them to the back side of my pattern paper. There are 2 layers of this cardstock behind my pattern paper layer, and that's just going to give a slight bit of lift off of my card base. And this won't add a ton of extra dimension to my card, which means it'll make it less bulky for putting into the mail. So I'll adhere this all down onto my card base, and then you can see how we have that nice bit of lift off of the card base, but again, it's not super bulky. Alright, so I'm going to finish up the rest of these cards the exact same way, but of course each one is a slightly different color scheme because I wanted them to be coordinating with the pictures that I put inside each camera. So here you can see I've included some fun pictures for sending out to some special people, including 2 of my sisters and my boss and friend Heidi Crowell. So as you can see, I created these picture slider cards with this O-Snap stamp and die set. However, if you don't want to put a photo into the Polaroid, you could also stamp an image, you could stamp a scene. There's so many different things you could do with this stamp set beyond just using a photograph. I thought this added a really nice personal touch to my cards, so I really love the fact that I included photographs in each of these. I hope that today's video has inspired you to use this stamp and coordinating die set from Concord and 9th, and thanks so much for tuning in today and spending time with me. I'll be back again very soon with more to share, and until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!